Do we fit into the frame? Yeah, I think we fit. Yeah. We straight, fam. Let's shoot this thing. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and my name is Solomon. For this review, yes, you that are new to the channel, please, fam, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions in the comment, drop it in the comment section down below. If you would like to send it nice to me, drop it in the comment section down below also, and I'll be glad to answer those questions. Oh my god, that was a mouthful. Anyways, guys, today we're going to be doing a reaction to one of my favorite YouTubers' houses. Like, he just purchased this house. His name is Stephan. Yeah, that's his name, and that's also his name on YouTube. So if you guys want to actually check his channel out, feel free to do that, and I'll be dropping the link to his channel down in the description down below. Also, he talks about finance and how to start like investing in your early age, like in your 20s or in your teens. He just talks about finance in general, and like he's been like he's been so helpful to me personally, because I do watch his videos, and like I try to pick up some things from his videos. Anyways, guys, so we'll be actually reviewing his house. He just purchased this house like probably like I think like a week ago or so, or 2 weeks ago, I'm not so sure, but we'll be looking at the house, and I'll be like giving you my feel to the house. Obviously, I would obviously love it, but like it has this different distinct, how will I put it, look to it, but I think I do like it. So anyways, guys, without further ado, without further delay, without further wasting of time, without further pause, hold up, let's get into the video, guys. As you guys can see, I've got my AirPods on, you know, we're ready for the reaction. Now this video is pretty much long, like his own video was long, so I might like try and cut it to some parts. But one thing I do like about him is that he always has this mathematical and calculated reason for making a purchase. So either he's buying a car, a house, a rental property, he has this calculated like view, like, okay, if this is not getting me this, I'm not buying it. Like, if it's not bringing down my cost or saving me cash in a way, or bringing in cash flow for me, he's not buying it. Like, and that's actually a good mentality to like actually have, and I'm trying to like emulate such mentality. I hope I can actually go through with it. But anyways, without further talk and discussions, like I've just been ranting since, let's just get into the video, and just let's see this house, and let's see how good and how, just let's see the house. Let's play.
First thing you're going to notice is an absurd amount of privacy, and this is something that really drew me to this place to begin with. It's completely surrounded by plants and trees that are probably older than I am, and it just feels like this hidden tropical forest as you walk in, with a fountain placed right in the middle.
Quick pause, please. Now, he said like the house looks like this tropical kind of place, and actually that's true, because there are like so many trees like in the house. Like, there's so many trees. Actually do like that tropical feel, but if I'm to have my own place, I really not like when there are like too many trees in around the building. I really don't like it. But let's continue.
Also, a few hidden pathways as you walk around the front yard. Like, you have this area over here that leads you to a table and chairs, and then you also have this. As we walk around this way, we have another hidden pathway right over here that leads you down to the parking and the entrance to the second house. And then from there, we could walk up.
Pause real quick. So it seems like in this house, actually, there are so many hidden pathways that just give me an idea. That means this house will be good for hide and seek. So if you have a family with like 5, 3, 6, 10 kids, this should be a very good house for you, because your kids will like definitely have fun. And you also will like have your own fun, and also your own privacy, because of those hidden places, and places to like actually calm yourself down and relax. So that's cool. Let's continue.
These few front steps, and we could get in through the front door. So the home was built in the early 1920s, and for anyone that doesn't know, I have a thing for early 1920s Spanish homes. I think there's something really special about a home's character and charm of that era that just can't be replicated today, and this fits that perfectly. So when you walk through the front door, you enter straight into a living room with curved ceilings, a huge front window, and an actual wood-burning fireplace. And this is something I've always wanted. See, at my last place, I had one of those faux fireplaces that was never actually functional, but I think this one will do the trick. I also really like that they kept a lot of the original features, from the arches to the hardwood floors to the ceilings. I think there's something to be said about keeping the integrity of the home intact, and this does that well.
Let me pause right there. Now, looking at the house, like just looking into the house, it actually does have that like Spanish 90s feel, which is a good taste for someone like him, but for obviously someone like me, someone in in the 20s right now, we may not like such feel, like such design, such structure. But for him to actually go with this, it's actually nice because it's what he loves. It's the Spanish feel that he actually like. The house looks very classical, like old classical feel vibe. That's how the house looks like, and like the like arches and everything. Good so far. I do like it.
Here's some of the sparse furniture, by the way, and a few of the missing light fixtures and some of the missing paint on the wall. It's still a bit of a work in progress, but it's coming along quite nicely. So anyway, next to the living room, we have the dining room. And I don't know what it is about dining rooms, but there's something really cool about being able to sit at the dining room table to get all of my editing done. Now, in terms of this room, I had this diner-style bench seating installed, and this makes really great use of the space without cluttering the room with a huge table in the center. It's also really nice to be able to open up this window here. You get a warm breeze, you hear the running water, you overlook a whole bunch of greenery, and it's so nice to answer comments looking at all of this from the table. There's certainly a calmness and serenity with being surrounded by so many plants, and that does wonders for productivity.
Did you hear what he said? Like, there's so many calmness in being around plants and everything. That's what I said, because like you would have that like privacy to yourself, and then the breeze blowing, like you would just be calm. You would have this like peace of mind. That's if you want to have the peace of mind, by the way. But yes, you should have peace of mind in such a place. Why wouldn't you have peace of mind in such a place, bro? Anyways, now the dining table for like that house, it's so simple. It's small, simple. Like I've actually just noticed something like about him. He's this simple type of guy. Like, go watch his videos and like you'll see how simple he's like. His clothes, it's not the designer clothes and everything, but like he's very, very simple, and that's cool. That's really, really cool.
This is also one of Ramsey's favorite activities during the day. If you just open up the window, he's occupied with this for hours. All day long, he'll just be right here. Speaking of productivity, by the way, I also installed this light myself. The electrician wanted $80 to do it, but I figured I would just save the money and do it myself over the weekend, and I did. And this is also really...
Let's pause it right there. Because of $80, right? He had to actually fix that light by himself, because he definitely didn't want to pay $80 to fix that light. Wow. So he had to do, well, on the bright side, right? He learned something. Like, he would definitely learn how to like fix lights. So that's actually being creative and like being economical. But was it worth it though? Yes, to me, yes, it is, because fine, like, why would I want to pay $80 for something like that? I can actually like check on YouTube for like quick look up, and I'll be able to like see how to like fix it and set up. But in the case whereby he gets electrocuted, bro, I would have said he would have been better off paying the $80. But as we can see, he didn't get electrocuted, so that's fine. Let's continue.
Piece I picked up from an antique shop, one of those random ones, and even better than that, it was broken, so I got 80% off. No one knows it's broken, you just flip it around that way, it looks as good as new. Anyway, that...
Pause it right there. Oh my days, he got that from an antique shop. he obviously got it like at a good deal because it was broken. So all he just had to do was just flip it the other way, like turn it around. So even if someone like comes in, like the view you'll be seeing will be the good side. So the bad side will be like at the back. So even if you're like seeing it from the back, it might be like a design, like just like crack design, but like wow, that was on some other level. Like that was nice actually.
Brings us to the kitchen, and I understand that this color choice might not be everyone's favorite, but I happen to like it a lot. This place is really close to the beach, so the kitchen's got a really cool ocean vibe to it, and plus it's going to be really easy to remodel at some point in the future. But as of now, it really matches the rest of the house for the time being. It's also got a great mosaic tile floor, and the kitchen window has a little bit of a view of the hillside, which is neat. In the early morning, it's just so peaceful to look out the window, drink some of my iced coffee, and ask myself the question, why haven't you smashed the like button yet for the YouTube?
He always says, you should smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Like how that actually affects the YouTube algorithm, like I still wonder. But like fam, please do smash the like button on my video and also on his video also to help the YouTube algorithm, please. Thank you very much. Let's continue.
Algorithm. Then from there, once you smash the like button, you have this front breakfast area here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing with this area yet. I was thinking about putting a table here with a few chairs or doing a whole bunch of bench seating around here because honestly the acoustics in this room are terrible. So having a conversation in here is next to impossible. So I'm thinking instead maybe making this like a front reading area, but let me know what you think down below in the comments. Now over here we have the second bathroom, which I have to say is amazing to have a second bathroom. I don't know how many years it's been since I've had another bathroom besides one at my last place. It was only one bathroom, but this is amazing for guests. We got a toilet here, and then we got Ramsey's toilet that I'm not going to be showing, and then we have a sink and a shower on the end. And then over here we have a whole bunch of storage and pantry space with the washer and dryer right behind here. And then you have, of course, even more storage between these two doors, and then that leads us to the bedrooms.
I'll just watch right again. So now he's still showing us like the house, the look and feel. Now also that's space that had like the natural light come in. That was actually a good space, and I'll actually like advise, if he would like my advice or my opinion, that he actually does use that as like a reading space, because you obviously cannot like discuss in that place because it would be like too loud and echoing and things like that. But that would be good for like a reading space, which will like that would be nice though. That would be nice. So like just like you should just like a table, then chairs, then some like a bookshelf, like a small bookshelf that wouldn't block the windows, and that would be nice actually. Let's continue. We might have to skip some parts because we have to keep the video on our part a little bit short, and we have to get to the calculation part that he actually dug into. So let's continue.
Now we have the final bedroom here. Now again, it's still a bit of a work in progress, but it's coming along quite nicely. And this is really neat because it has its own fireplace, it's got two closets on either end behind those doors, and then French doors that lead out to the patio and backyard. We also have something that's quite ridiculous, and I think it's absolutely absurd, but that would be this bathroom here, and I think it's way too big. I think originally in the 1920s, this bathroom used to be a bedroom, and then sometime in the 1990s, this was turned into a bathroom, and then the bedroom you saw behind it was an addition that was built on later. That's the only way that I could explain this, because honestly it's built way too big for the size of house. It's got a giant bathtub, two sinks, a steam shower, a skylight, and a small room with a toilet. I think what I'll probably end up doing at some point in the future is cutting the bathroom in half right here and then making this a third bathroom connecting to the second bedroom. If I did something like that, it's going to greatly help the rental market and resale value of the property, but until then I'm just going to keep it as is.
Let me pause right there. Now, to show you how simple it is, right? He doesn't want too much space. He feels too much space. He's like, what am I using with too much space? And also where he said that if he actually ends up like blocking out that like specific area of the bathroom, he can actually like turn it into like another bathroom for the other room. Now, as he said, that would increase the price of the house. Like, it will add more value to the house. Also, like, it will push up the rental price of the house. I told you, he does things strategically, mathematically, and all calculated. I'm like, fam, that's good. Okay, guys, so as we have seen, we have just watched a tour of his house, and we saw the type of taste, like what he likes in like a house for himself, how he thinks financially. Like, if you guys want to know more about like investments financially, like, just go to his channel. As I've said, the link will be in my description down below. Please also do subscribe to his channel, smash that like button, as he has said. Like, I'm glad I was able to actually show you guys like his home tour. Like I give it to him. The house was wonderful. Anyways, guys, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Thank you very much, guys, for staying tuned. You know I do love you guys. Please, guys, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions, and comment, drop in the comment section down below, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video, guys. And as always, guys,